We are live, alive,
Wow.
alive, alive. Yeah, yeah. Wait for some folks to get on
Oh, so
so we can.
how your week been going? While we waiting people to get on, how your week been going?
It's only Tuesday, so this is my last full week of not having a job.
Okay, okay. So you got a
So
job
I got a job. I start Tuesday. They wanted me to start Monday. I was like, nope, I'm going to the Super Bowl. They was like, oh, okay. I said, I'll be there Tuesday. I'll start Tuesday. It was funny because I had two different jobs lined up. Well, I had an interview for one the next day. The one
now?
they had already offered me the job. I took it. And then the guy called me and I told him I was going to the Super Bowl. He was like, oh, well, they said you have to quarantine for 14. I said, quarantine for what? I'm working remote. What are you talking about? He's like, oh,
Right.
no, it's a hybrid job. You got to go. I said, I'm not going in nowhere. He was like, oh, well, let me talk to them and see if they'll negotiate. I said, I'm going to take this other interview and see how I like that job. And then I'll let you know if I'm going to take this one.
Wow.
So
That's
they
funny.
negotiated. They raised the pay to match the other job and 100% remote.
That's what I'm talking about. See, look at God. Look at God.
Right. So I took that. Even though I still did the other interview, he was like, "Are you still going to take the interview?" I said, "Yes, I am, because I'm going to keep my word. I'm not going to just tell them no, I'm not going to do it."
Right.
But I hated that interview. I was like, "No, that ain't the job for me."
Mm,
So yep,
okay.
on Tuesday. How's your week been?
It's been crazy. I mean, it's snowing up here, so it pretty
Oh
much
yeah.
snowed like all weekend and into today. I think it done stopped snowing now. I'm not even sure, but yeah, I ain't been doing much of nothing. So,
Y'all stuck. Look, y'all on quarantine against y'all will.
yo, I'm so over quarantining. I'm trying to go on a vacation like ASAP. Not tomorrow, but today. Like ASAP, ASAP. I'm tired of
Where you
this.
trying to go?
I don't even know, man. Like I'm trying to go to an island somewhere it's warm,
You
and I
want to
like
take
to
the
fish.
COVID
So I
test?
like deep sea. I like deep sea fishing. So I like to go fishing. So
Oh,
go to an island, go deep sea fishing, and come on back. Like I'll
you're
literally go for like a day and come back.
you're adventurous.
Yeah, yeah. Go for a day, come on back.
No,
Simple.
I'm talking about the deep sea fishing part.
Oh, what? Yeah, man. You get on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Go. I mean, you only go probably like 12 to 15 miles offshore. You know what I'm saying? So it's not too bad. You know what I mean? It's like 12, 15 miles.
It's the fish for me. They're gonna touch me, and oh,
Do you eat
mm.
fish?
I do. I don't want them to be alive though. Like I don't want to. I went to Barbados and I went snorkeling. I almost had
Okay.
a heart attack. I was screaming like, "Get me out! Get me out!" They touching me. I balled
Okay,
up. I
okay.
took a
So,
little ball. I was like, "Come get me!"
but you eat fish. All right. So you don't want to catch fish, but you eat
No,
fish. Okay.
no, it's
Are you one
meat.
of these people?
I don't want
Are
to do
you
anything. I don't do animals at all.
so are you okay with cooking the fish with the head still attached to it?
No, 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 no.
That's the most flavor. That's the
I'll
best.
eat the fish with the head on it, but I'm not cooking it.
So for you to cook it, you got to cut the head off first. Yo,
I'm not even cutting the head off. It better be already cut off.
let me tell you,
You
Lord, please
country though.
don't let me get stranded with Didi ever nowhere in life, because clearly I'm gonna be by myself. Taking care of everything.
Absolutely. I am scary. Scary. Mm-mm,
I see, but
mm-mm.
I am country, so I cook it with the head on.
Mississippi. Y'all eat coons and shit.
That's good meat.
Oh, that is so nasty.
That's good
Oh my
meat, man.
mm-mm.
That's good meat. That's good eating. Real good eating. I don't
That's
know what you talking
roadkill.
about. What about rabbits? You eat rabbit?
Oh my god.
What? You don't
Agent.
eat rabbit?
No.
Oh, okay. That's good meat there too.
I don't eat beef, pork, no other game, meat, none of that.
Really?
No. No.
All you eat is fish.
Mainly fish, but I do eat chicken and turkey sometimes. But sometimes that make me nauseous too. So I just stick with salmon.
Sheesh.
I don't even eat for real. So let's just put that on the table. Me and food just don't really get along.
I eat meat, so
Candace said meat.
Meat is right. Meat is meat. That's what I'm talking about. Meat is meat. Meat is meat. Okay.
That ain't what Dr. Sebi said.
I'm just saying, man. You done ate. I'm pretty sure you done ate some rat and just didn't know it.
Probably not.
Probably from a Chinese restaurant.
I'm so picky. If the chicken don't look right, I'm so picky. It's unreal.
I'm just saying. I ain't eating that, but I definitely eat frog legs, alligator.
Adrian,
what?
You are super country. Mississippi, baby. Mississippi.
It tastes like chicken. It tastes like chicken.
It's supposed to taste like frog legs.
It tastes like chicken. I'm just saying.
Anyway, we're going to get off of this. Let's get on our first topic. Tico!
Oh, my boy back. What up, Tico?
Oh my God, I'm not. Look what he said. I cannot. Women put a whole penis in their mouth but won't eat what?
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about.
It doesn't go in my digestive system. It goes in my mouth.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Thank you.
Chicken is chicken. Meat is meat. I like what she said.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about the hot topic of the day. I'm not sure if you guys saw it on the news. I'm sure it's been all over the place. With the cops in Rochester, New York, they actually pepper sprayed a 9-year-old girl who was literally and obviously in a mental health crisis, breakdown, whatever you want to call it. I don't know your take on it. I'll let you speak on it first, and then I just want to hear what you got to say about it.
This is extremely hard for me, right? Having a child, right? You have a child. You have two, actually. But just thinking about that, if something like that happened to my child, like, he gonna have to see me. Like, he gonna have to see me. I mean, I don't care. Like, he gonna have to see me some kind of way. It's just hard for me as a protector to be able to look at that video and people showing that over and over and over and not do anything. Like, I couldn't not do anything. And just the whole cop situation, or, well, he's not even a cop, so we can't even blame this one on the cops. But that excessive force thing is real, man. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know why it continues to happen. I don't know. I think people just get some sort of power and feel like this is just what they can do, so they do it. I'm not sure, but somehow, some way or another, we're gonna have to figure this piece out, because, like, that's disgusting. That's utterly disgusting.
I know I read somewhere where it said something about that specific district or whatever precinct didn't have like a certain unit for like that specific type of case. Like, so they will call and send out maybe a mental health person, crisis person out instead of a cop. They're saying they didn't have that. They didn't have the funding. I said, well, isn't that what the defunding the police is about? So you can actually fund those types of programs so we won't run into these things. I was like, But also,
I think it's the wording, you know?
It's
the wording that we use. I think we need to stop saying defund and change the narrative. Even if you
explain it, they still don't. People just don't want to hear what they don't want to hear.
Well, I feel like the media continues to spin when you say defund, right? We know that's not what it means, but as we continue to say it, they continue to spin it as saying take the money away from, cops and go as far as saying, okay, we don't want cops anymore. And that's not what people are saying, right? They're just saying, no, we need to allocate the funds somewhere else because they don't need as much funding as they had. That's simply put, right? But
they don't want to hear that. But to me, like, if you are a cop or whoever you were on this scene and you are threatened, or you don't have that much control over a 9-year-old, you probably shouldn't be a cop.
You shouldn't be.
Like, and she was handcuffed. Why is a 9-year-old in handcuffs? That's the problem. Like,
that's a big problem.
I'm just like, and all the little girl kept saying was she want her dad. She want her dad. No, Justin couldn't get off work. He's not here today. He'll be back next week. But Adrian's gonna be a permanent fixture on the show, so he filled in for him.
Yeah, I'm with y'all, man. I'm here with you.
But I think at the end of the confrontation or whatever, like the cop, whoever came on the other side, he was like, just pepper spray already. Like, what? Like, that's the answer?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who thinks this is okay? Like, and where do you think this is okay? This isn't how we should be treating kids. Like, it's crazy.
And the little girl was even saying, I'm a child. I'm just a child. She was screaming that the whole time. I'm just a child. Like, that is devastating. I can't even imagine. Like, these people, I don't know. And it's crazy.
I don't even think about it like that, because he gonna have to see me somehow, some way or another. He gonna have to see me.
It's funny you say that, because they had Nate Parker on the Breakfast Club this morning talking about American Skin.
Okay.
And he was giving his his pro-black stance on if black people started acting like Lincoln Jefferson did in the movie, we wouldn't have all these incidents. As far as like going to the extreme of kidnapping the guy and all that stuff, like actually taking action instead of crying on TV, asking for justice, waiting for justice and all that stuff, actually taking action to retaliate against them. He was saying we wouldn't have these many issues. I'm like, I agree.
I do too. When you think about history, right, everybody has fought for, their freedom. I mean, we have fought too, but like they fought to death. When you go back to Haiti and you go to, DR and some of these other countries, they fought to death. Like, give me liberty or give me death. I don't want this what y'all trying to give us. So, hey man, I ain't saying, that's what need to happen, but at the same time,
marching and crying ain't working.
Oh man, I don't march. I don't march. I'm not marching for it. It's cold. It's cold outside. I march.
You take one of mine, I gotta take one of yours. Sorry. That's how I go.
So Tico says, so when will we say the child was unruly? If the child was an adult, maybe I could see the situation, but
well, she was having a mental. They called the cops because she was having a mental health crisis. She has a documented mental health issue, and the school therapist told them that she has a fight or flight reaction to everything. And the way to de-escalate it was to get down to her eye level, like you're supposed to with a child, call her by her name, let her know that they're gonna go get her dad, make her feel comfortable to try to de-escalate the situation, not put her in handcuffs and make her more unruly. That's not how that works. That makes zero sense whatsoever.
And then pepper spray her, like.
And then pepper, a 9-year-old, she's 9, and she's a girl, and these are all men. All issues.
It don't make sense to me, but once again, it's a lot of things when it comes to law enforcement and that whole side of the fence. I don't understand. We're veterans, and if we did some of this stuff overseas, the way they be shooting and killing, we would be court-martialed. We would be sitting in Leavenworth for 20, 30 years. So
because the thing with veterans, we are actually in harm's way. Literally, they are trying to literally kill us. There is no question about it. There's no question about it. We have to go with escalation of force. We can't just go in shooting guns blazing. That's not how we're trained.
Right.
It just don't work that way.
But in your own country, you don't go in to de-escalate situations?
Right. Tico said police aren't trained for that. And that's exactly why they need to fund them. They're not trained for that, but these police have children, I'm sure. And they wouldn't pepper spray their own kids.
No.
So why would you pepper spray somebody else's child? Or handcuff somebody else's child? Because
when you don't see someone as an equal, that's how you treat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If you see someone as an equal, you wouldn't do that if they had a mental breakdown. Meaning, someone said, okay, if it was one of their children or looked like one of theirs, would they have done it? Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And why is it that training only comes into play when it comes to Black people? They have plenty of training when they engage in white people. They'll have no problem. Training is never an issue.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a tough situation. Like, one, I mean,
D.
we're going
Harris said
so
we
deep
should
into
develop
this,
an
but
Indian spot. I'm with you,
they
D.
when the rules weren't made for you, it's hard for you to play in the game, right? And so that's what we find day in and day out. I mean, the rules weren't made for us to be successful in this. So they treat us any kind of way, which is why they don't see us as equals, and it continues to show. Yeah. So we need to
They
define
look at us as animals. You can just shoot us down and like they don't care. Like they don't look at us as humans.
I mean, do they look at us as animals or less
than animals? Because they love their dogs.
Because you can't do nothing to a dog now. It's over with.
Right.
So
yeah. I just like the little girl. I don't know if you saw. I don't know how old she was, but I know she was at school. And the cops had her in handcuffs and slammed her to the ground. Her head hit the concrete and knocked her out.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, once again, you got to see me, homie. You got to see me. You got to see me.
Girls, these are kids. Like I just can't even.
God knew what he was doing by not giving me a daughter. God knew what he was doing by not giving me a daughter. I'm trying to tell you, because I'm telling you, no. Teachers would be worried every time I come. I mean, everything. Like, when your child go to daycare, right?
He said he works with behavior kids with violent tendencies. I see the police call daily. Do you see them handcuff them and pepper spray them at 9 years old daily?
Probably not.
I mean, I had my internship was counseling mentally children with behavioral issues in foster care, and they were actually in foster homes, so they were out of control. Like some of them, I had to stay by the door to make sure if they showed out, I can get out. But like I never felt to put my hands on any of them.
I never had to put my hands on children. Right. They just need love. They need.
Here. Hey, Trey. Yeah, if you talk to them like a human being, they'll calm down. It's just like talking to an adult. If you start yelling at me, I'm gonna yell back at your ass.
Pretty much. You respect them, they respect you. In fact, they probably be more respectable. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm telling you. So.
Yeah, I've seen them put in the back of the car too, Tico, but handcuffed and pepper spray a 9-year-old, that's a bit extreme. Yeah. And she wasn't even doing anything like physically. She was trying to get away. And she was telling them she want her dad.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. That's pretty bad.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I don't think it's a training thing. I just think it's a color thing. I think cops do what they want to do because they keep getting away with it.
All right, I got a question for you. Do you think it's a color thing, or do you think it's a poor thing?
You ain't got to be poor for that. How many people? I don't think. It's a lot of folks that got killed by cops that weren't necessarily poor.
Okay, but I'm saying I
think it also has to do with community policing a lot too. Like when I was growing up, we had cops in the neighborhood that we knew. Like they came and played with the kids in the neighborhood. Like we knew their names, and they had a connection with us. They knew who was who. They knew everybody's name. So there was a level of respect across the board.
Okay.
But when you send a cop that don't know nothing about the hood into the hood, first of all, they scared, and the black or the hood people scared too. So it automatically all on the defense. But when you have people just regularly on the street doing stuff and getting killed, just George Floyd outside, just minding his business at the store. So it's just certain levels of respect that you wouldn't do to certain people that you do to us. When we get to the escalation,
feel like that changed, like as far as policing our own neighborhoods, because what you just described is like the cops had respect for the neighborhood. They would come in. I'm not privy to that. I ain't know that life. When the police came, we ran. I don't care if we did anything or not. So kind of elaborate, help me understand that. Like,
I think it probably went away because of funding. They funneling the money more into the police instead of to the communities. Like, I don't know how we had it. I don't know if it was people like community activists around us that made that happen, or how it came about. But that needs to happen. Like, you need to have police officers that are in the communities like every day, just out there, just driving through, letting people know that their presence is there, and they having conversations with these kids, building relationships with these kids, and not just coming out there when they think something's wrong or when something's bad. So the kids know that cops may or may not be bad, because the only time kids see cops is when something bad is happening.
Right. And yeah, so you know what I mean? That's why, like you said, it was always like a trigger, you know, growing up, because you had that cops are bad, they gonna do you harm, stay away from them, don't talk to them. There was never any type of connection to where you felt safe around cops. It's like, I don't know about you, but even still sometimes.
Right, that's a false equivalency. You ever seen the show Teen Moms? They all white girls, but they don't put no black teen moms on there.
True, very true.
I mean, it's TV.
I guess what, every now and then there's one or two.
Right, because they ain't about to, you understand what might happen on live TV in the hood.
Okay, touche.
It might not turn out how they think it's gonna turn out.
Probably not.
What did you say? Police live 30 plus miles away from communities they serve because of fear. Exactly. Yeah. My sister said, as people, we've been raised fearing police. However, when the attempt was made to get to know us and us know them, that made the difference. Exactly. I mean, it really made a big difference.
I've never been friends with a police officer, so
now you are, because Justin's a police officer.
Really? Oh man, I should have asked him that. You know what? So it's so crazy. Like, my whole thought process around cops, like, if someone, I'm better now, but in the past, if someone told me they were a cop, I would be immediately turned off and I'd go the other way. Like, there's no way me and you could be cool if you're a cop. That's how I used to feel. Now, and the funny thing is, I'm searching for a cop friend. I want a cop friend. I want one. Change my mind. Change the way I think about cops. I want that.
Okay.
Man.
I know.
Because I don't have no cop friends. I ain't never had a cop friend in life.
My ex was a cop.
You tripping.
Great guy.
Normally they be mentally unstable, right? When dating, they.
Well, he was Justin's prior Army, and then my ex, he's prior Air Force. They both got out and went the law enforcement way. So, but
okay,
we're just gonna have to see how that goes. But we're gonna get into the next topic that you brought to me this week, because you wanted to revisit this, because it was a hot topic last week, but we're gonna go into a different direction with it.
Yeah.
So your question was, do men understand the pain that they have caused when it comes to they have caused women when it comes to colorism? Good question. It's a good question.
Right. And I can only speak for myself because, like I said kind of last week, I never really personally experienced it. So I think I was like naive to it, kind of blind to it. I mean, I would see some people saying little stuff here and there, right? But I just didn't really think it was real. So I never really kind of played into it. But, you said it was real. So, I wanted to kind of talk on it, because I'm naive to it. Like,
and my sister just said no, because most men don't see it. Yeah, it's real. Like, literally, like I told you last week when we were doing the video for my artist, a dark-skinned girl just was out of the question.
Like, that's what he said.
Yeah, that wasn't even an option. And yeah.
But I mean, And I guess maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I personally never was like, oh, I gotta be with a light skinned woman, or you know what I mean? Like, I never
I know that
discriminated.
for a fact with you.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? So it's never like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, but I have heard guys say like, nah, she gotta be light skinned. And you like, I don't know, that was just ignorant to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but your
And my
mama,
issue, I don't have a problem with a preference. My issue comes into play when you downplay, dismiss, or degrade another color that's not your preference. Like you can like light skinned girls, that's fine. But don't dog dark skinned girls because you don't like them or you're not attracted to them. And vice versa.
so
Don't dog light
have you ever been told you look good for a dark skinned girl?
all the time and I curse they ass out. I'm like, that is not a compliment. As if dark skinned girls are normally just ugly or light skinned girls are always pretty. Like that is not true.
Nah, it ain't true at all.
It's just as my sister said, or fat girls.
Or fat girls. See, that's that. Oh man, see, it's a tough situation because it's like, what are we teaching young girls, right?
Mm.
When you really dig into that, it's like your chocolate self gonna have a chocolate daughter, and I don't know. I guess you know what I'm saying. It's kind of a weird situation. Like, do you not love yourself? Because, like you said, I don't care. Like,
Or your mama.
or your mama. Because okay, it's one thing of having a preference, but it's another thing of saying I don't date dark skinned women, right?
Right.
Like what? Like, but you like dark skin, like you know what I'm saying? And it's like you dark skinned, but you don't date dark
Right.
skinned women. Help
Right.
me make sense of that, like because to me, when someone says that, it's like you don't love yourself, you don't love the women around you. You know, you don't find your mom attractive if you only want to date light skinned women. Like, what is the mental thought process when people
Well, I
say
think
that?
it's been programmed. When you look at TV, videos, whatever comes on the television is what people state as the standard. So if I'm always seeing in the magazines the girls with long hair, lighter skin or white, videos, the main girls always light skin, mixed, Hispanic or something, or lighter skin. Like these are things that just always constantly affect you. When you go to the stores back in the day, every doll was white, or I mean, there was
Very
really no
true.
dark colored dolls. So every time you looked at something, you're like, I need to look like this because this is what's selling. This is what people want. This is what the boys want.
So, what can men do, you know, to rectify the situation or make it a little bit better? What is it that women need from men when it comes to comes to this? Because I'm like, I'm trying to learn. I'm literally trying to learn.
I wish
I
we
don't
could
want to be
just
ignorant anymore.
celebrate each other for just being who we are. Why does the color of my skin have to come into play?
Hmm. Very true. Where does that come from?
Slavery, post-traumatic slave disorder.
I don't know, because in the South we be all chocolate, so it's like
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you're right. Like, we'd be like, oh, look at his little chocolate stuff.
yeah.
But guys would be like, oh, she dark skin, light skin. We'd be like, oh, he chocolate. Like, we love it. Like, we fawn over it. But then on the other end, you got the dark skinned guys dogging out light skinned dudes, telling that you acting light skinned or something about a light skinned dude. Like they weak or they pretty boys or something like that. Like that's disparaging. But I don't know how that affects men. But of course, it affects women a lot more than it does men.
Yeah, I don't think it really affects men. I mean, and I'm pretty sure there's, some out there, but I don't think we really think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because most men, I don't care how attractive, unattractive they are, they still gonna think they handsome. So it it don't matter.
Yeah,
Like,
because y'all just don't think like we are overthinkers. Yeah, we overthink things. We play things in our head. We make up scenarios. We're very critical of each other. women as a whole anyway. And we just like men, y'all could go outside and fight and then come back and have drinks together. Women, we fight, we ain't talking for the rest of our life. It's just not the same dynamic.
So do you feel like women are worse than men when it comes to colorism?
I think women are just more critical of each other, but I think it depends on the age group, because I'll give you an example. My daughter, she's light.
Yeah.
And the girls used to act like they liked her just to reel her in, just to like go off and like just to drag her. They hated her. They absolutely hated my daughter. So much so that she thought she was ugly. She would come home crying all the time because she literally thought she was ugly. And so it was like, what did they say to you? Oh my God. But we're in Alabama.
Okay.
So deep South, and she's in middle school, and these girls they just hate her because she's light skinned.
Yeah, in the deep South, like light skin, you're gonna stick out. Like you know what I mean? I feel like up north it's a lot different. You know what I'm saying? It's light skin, dark skin. But in the South, like if you light skin, like you're gonna stick out. You're gonna stick out big time in school. Cause it's probably only gonna be a couple of y'all.
Right.
In the deep South like that. Like, it's only yeah. Y'all are rare.
I just made a good point. So half these niggas got with white women because they tried to look like her, meaning the white woman, and not himself. And there are women who want the same. Yeah. They want that mixed child. I didn't want a child at all.
Man, colorism. Hopefully I live to see this kind of change, because
I think it's changing a little bit. I do think it's changing a little bit. I think when it comes to like the music industry now, yes, we still have that stupid thing where they got this light-skinned girl that got to be the lead or whatever. But I think there are certain artists like you got Toby, I don't know how to say his last name, in Weeway, whatever his last name is, African dude. You got D Smoke. You got certain artists who are coming in a little bit more conscious, who are changing the entire scene and how things are viewed. But the problem with the music industry is that the people that are buying the music are kids. And these kids they're a little slow. So what's being put out is it's not good music. So it doesn't really even matter. They're just putting stuff out. But I think the look is changing a little bit. Hopefully we can get some more brown skin girls somewhere. I don't know why.
Do you think it's changing because we mixing so much now? I mean, more, people are more open with mixing now. So do you think that has a little bit to do with it as well?
I think because of the Black Lives Matter movement, that may be one thing. And they're trying to have different hues of women and not just all light-skinned women. So they're trying to make it a little bit more, I don't know, equal across the board maybe. Okay. But of course, the light-skinned girl is still always going to be front and center.
I mean, we've got some chocolate, some sisters that's been stars. In fact, I would even go as far as to saying more chocolate sister stars than light-skinned sister stars.
Please name them for me.
Angela Bassett, Viola Davis.
You're talking actresses. I'm talking music industry.
Well, I'm just saying, but I'm just, naming stars. But I guess because I don't know, I kind of lump the music industry and, acting kind of together. They entertainment, so I kind of lump them together. But I mean, I guess, yeah, when you go on a music tip, I don't know, especially now. The 90s was different. I mean, of course, we know that though, right? Yeah. With the Mary J's and Totals and all of them, you know what I mean? Right. It was a lot. In Vogue.
Chocolate was ruling.
But you say in the 2000s it changed, and you saying chocolate sisters aren't stars.
I mean,
Missy Elliott is probably one of the biggest stars.
But that's
especially female hip hop artists.
Early 2000s. 21st century. Bring me to the 21st century.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meg the Stallion
Y'all
is brown.
help us out. She ain't.
Meg the Stallion is brown.
We talking dark skin girl. She ain't really that brown.
Okay. See that?
She caramel. She caramel. But if we talking dark skin like Missy, and ain't not Nan one.
but Missy was a beast though. Missy is like next level. I mean,
But
and so
they artists right now, mainstream artists right now that are hot. Three to five dark skinned women. Just
hey
name them
man,
for me.
Rhapsody won a Grammy, so she got you got to name her. Okay, so do you? Okay, you probably gonna say her is not. I feel like she's brown, brown complexion, right? Her. No, you don't think so?
You see what my sister says? We talk about making. She's brown enough to make up and light up. Exactly, like they can manipulate their skin to make it lighter. You can't do that with a Missy Elliott, with a Viola Davis. They dark skin. You can't change that.
Oh, the young lady on TBE. What's her name? She's brown. What you know her name?
Type some names.
With
Five dark mainstream artists right now that's hot.
She on the West Coast. She's Meg the Horse. Wow. Okay. Scissor. Hey.
SZA. Yeah. I'm not saying there aren't, but you could probably name 10 light-skinned chicks off the top right now.
I couldn't. I personally couldn't. Now.
Name 5. Cardi B.
Okay, Cardi B. Nicki. Nicki, is she light?
Is she light?
Nicki Brown.
Cut it out. I'm brown. Take out a crayon. Take out a paper bag.
Nicki is brown too.
No, she's not.
Yeah. Nicki Brown?
Nicki's not brown.
Tiana Taylor. Thank you. Tiana Taylor.
She just retired because they wouldn't even help. They wouldn't even give her the clout she needed because of her skin. She said it.
Here you go. Hey man, she doing her thing.
The beast that she retired because they would not give her the respect she deserved because she felt like she was too dark for the industry.
Really?
That girl's a beast. And every
her music is great.
And she's great. Ari Lennox, I take it. I love Ari.
See? Boom. We just got the two light skin. Who?
See how long it's taking us to get to these dark skin?
No, you see how hard it was for us to get to the light skin women.
We ain't even doing brown skin. He said, nah, Chief, Nicki not brown.
She not brown?
My sister said Kim ain't start out like Lil Kim.
Yo, Kim? Right, Kim. Lil Kim. Lil Kim.
Solange, Beyonce, light.
Come on, man.
Like,
I don't. So
Rihanna.
I don't know what to consider. Okay, let's get it clear. What is light skin and what's not? Because clearly, my definition of light skin and yours must be a little.
Beyonce not light skin?
Huh?
Beyonce not light skin?
Her mama is.
What? Okay, Adrian, we about to move to the next topic because if you say Beyonce ain't light skin, I'm done.
Her mama is.
Oh Lord, help us, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, if you could find me a leading lady in a video for a man's music video that's dark skinned on a consistent basis, I would be happy. But that's not going to happen. So colorism will just live on, and I don't know. I don't think it'll ever be fixed in the entertainment industry.
I think it will be.
We're not even going to talk about models. We ain't going to do that. But because for a long time, If it was a dark skinned girl, she stood out because there wasn't many of them.
Lupita.
She knew, like, she ain't been out that long.
I mean, she had been a model for like at least like what, about 7-8 years now. She been in the game for a minute now.
But for how long did it take for one Lupita to come along? We had Alekwek when she came out.
Hold up now.
We
Naomi
had,
Campbell.
she's brown skin.
I can't.
You went from Lupita to Naomi Campbell.
Naomi is still.
She's brown skin.
She's not light skinned though, so that was the whole point.
She's light skin. I said she's brown skin. But anyway.
No, dark girls been here. Sorry, they've been here.
Dark girls are just.
And they ain't going nowhere.
They have not been here. They've been getting small opportunities on a smaller scale compared to lighter, fair-skinned women. We're not talking white, like we're talking about lighter-skinned women. The lighter the skin, the bigger the opportunity. You know. Anyway,
I feel like it's a light skin, and then it's brown, dark. So if that's the case,
a brown test like they used to do with the slaves to see which one will cost more, because you get more money for a lighter skinned slave.
About the color of paper bag?
I don't know. Maybe I got some paper bags in my closet. Niggas. No.
I love brown. Like brown is beautiful. So.
Oh, me too. I love all colors.
Yeah, and there's multiple colors of brown.
Mm-hmm. Black is black. Dark skin is dark skin.
But you can't. We got to stop separating dark skin from brown skin, right?
Well, we were just having a conversation about it though, so that's why we were separating. To me, I don't care what color you are, as long as you treat me good, we're good.
Okay.
But next, we're gonna go on to the next topic. We're gonna go on to the next topic because we only got 15 minutes left.
All right.
So I sent you the video. I don't know if you watched it. Of this expert matchmaker. I forgot her name. I'm not gonna lie, but she went on this rampage on why she no longer accepts women as clients to matchmake because of how unrealistic their expectations are. And she now literally only matchmakes men. That's it, just men. I wanted to know how you thought that conversation went. What did you think about what she said? What's your take on it? It was interesting.
I listened, and I feel like she had some very good points. I feel like what she is saying, a lot of women don't want to hear. They don't want to hear it. Is the truth. Think about this, right? I'm gonna say something, and it's a fact. Take it how you want to. If you find a good black man that makes 6 figures, you have a unicorn.
Right.
Because like I think that people think that making 6 figures is like the standard, right? And I don't know if it's because social media kind of has hyped it up, and you know what I'm saying? And that's just what we see, right? This lavish life. But it's like, yo, like men ain't making that type of money. I don't care what you see on Instagram. I don't care what you see. Like, no, it's not happening. And so I think that the unrealistic expectations, most women, right? Most women don't ask men what they want. They ask their friend, like, you know, girl, what you think about this? Or what you think about me? Girl, you fire. Girl, you do. I don't think women really take the time to say, I wonder what a man is looking for. It's like, I got a 6-figure job. You know, I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? I got a little fatty in the back. You know, woo, right? They go through that. What I bring to the table.
Wow.
I don't think women really take the time out to say, what is it that a man is looking for? Because men, we control marriage. We control this thing called marriage. Because when I said it's time for me to get married, I'm ready to settle down, I want a wife, guess what I did? I did that, right?
Yep.
Women can't do that. And I think women need to understand that as well, too.
I do.
Like you can't just say, you know what? I'm ready to get married. Men literally do it. And it's just that simple. We literally do it. We literally say, I'm ready. It's time.
We
and guess what?
control sex. Y'all control marriage.
Yes, we control that. And I don't think some women understand that. It's still like, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. And so when they're looking for men, sometimes they put this unrealistic guy that they seen on TV, and all they seeing is this character. And so that's what they want. And so sometimes it's extremely hard.
So can you spell roll right, please? I'm 100% in agreement with you. Her points were valid. I tell women all the time, throw the checklist that's in your head away. Throw it away. You're gonna miss out on a great dude for these unrealistic goals you got in your head that normally don't even exist. And half the time, like she said, when she has these women coming to her with this list of shit, and half of them don't even meet the standard. They don't even bring that half of stuff to the table that they're asking for.
That's the worst.
And then when she broke down the list, the statistics on the height alone, she said, I'm bringing these women some great men. And their first thing is he got to be 6'2" or he got to be 6 feet. And she's like, it's what? I think she said 3% of the population of all men is over 6 feet. So right there, you already killing your game. You already out of the game. And right. She said she just couldn't take it because I think she said her last straw was a woman came in requesting all these things from a man that she wanted, and she realized that her husband wasn't even good enough for any of these women. Like you wouldn't even date my husband if I brought him to the table. So if he ain't good enough, I can't help you. I can't help you find no husband.
I think that the older a woman gets, the harder it gets. I say this, I say it all the time. A woman's best dating pool is in her 20s. She controls the narrative in her 20s. And I know that everybody want to live a hot girl life and do their best, whatever. I get it. First off, let's be clear. I'm sorry, it's a double standard. Women cannot do the things men do. Sorry. Some men are able to live their best life in their 20s, and then when come into their 30s, they ready to settle down and find a wife. Women can't do it. You probably have missed.
They just ain't gonna find what they're looking for.
No, it's gonna be totally different. Plus, you've probably passed over 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes that were potential suitors, and now you're looking. You're in your 30s, and now you're looking, right?
Like for a man to choose you. Your 20s though. Like, how do I even know if I was married at 19?
Okay.
Bad idea. Worst decision I ever made. Like, it just wasn't good. I knew nothing about myself. I knew nothing about being a wife.
Right.
Like, it was just a hot mess.
I'm not saying 21, 22, 23. I'm saying that late 20s range is like when you really gonna be meeting the best dudes. And
so that's when you're saying that women in their late 20s are going to meet the best man for them that are also in their late 20s.
Yeah. Okay, this is what happens. Let me tell you. When men get in their 30s, they know who they are. Mm-hmm. Men know who they are. So they either going to continue to play the game or they're going to find the woman's ASAP. Mm-hmm. It's going to be one of the two things, which is what you tend to see. Men in their 30s, they either committing over here or they continue to play the game till maybe they feel like, all right, I'm done playing the game. Because a lot of times this is what happened too. Those same guys didn't have the same credentials that they did in their 20s. So they was probably working hard. Now the guys that say women won't, right? Uh-huh. They didn't really experience the cream of the crop in their 20s. Now they're in their 30s. And now all these women want them. Why? Because now they're making money. They're doing this and that. And so the roles change now. So, you know, you might see him as a super catch now, but in your 20s, you might not have realized that he was going to be such a great catch. Why? Because he didn't have the money like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So think about it.
Because I know I don't think men are ready to be married at all until they're in their 30s.
Nah.
At all.
I don't even think I even thought about marriage until I was probably about 28. Like to say like, you know what? I think I can do that. I was probably around 28 when I even came to that conclusion about myself. Like, this is a possibility. I might want to do that. Before that, no, not even a little bit. Like, it wasn't even there. It wasn't really a thought for me. Maybe one day, right? But never like I could see myself married with a child. No.
Yeah, marriage is.
I'm telling you, it's that simple.
Men assume that all women want to be married too, though. They literally assume that, and I'm like,
I don't know if you assume that, but I think that it's a cat and mouse game. I feel like it's a cat and mouse game.
I don't necessarily have to be married
because you've already been married.
But that don't count. It was 8 months. I don't really count. 2 months shy of a month. That don't count.
Okay, check this out. This is how simple it is. When a man is serious, he's serious. All right, I give you my timeline. Right, I met my wife in like a November. Right, met her in November. We hanging out November, December, January. I think January is when we went on like a real date. Right, like the end of January. So we're dating January, February, March, April, May, June. I'm thinking about rings in June. Okay. September, I went and bought that ring. Right. By November, which is a year, I proposed. All right. By the following August, we're married. I wasn't playing no games. I knew what I wanted. I knew where I was in life. It's that simple.
It is.
But
you don't have to beg no man for nothing. You don't have to act like they know what they want and what they don't want.
Right.
It's pretty simple. It's really no mystery. Men are very simple creatures.
Super simple. It's like, all right.
It's either black or it's white. I'm either gonna do it or I'm not.
She won. She good. She great.
It's nothing a woman can do to make a man want to do anything, especially when it comes to committing or being married. I don't care how good you are in bed. I don't care if you're doing backflips.
None of that matters.
It don't matter.
Because I've dated, been pressured, all that. She never pressured me. She never had to say anything. Like, I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was looking for, and I was gonna get it.
Yep.
It was that simple. So, but yeah, I do feel like coming back. Like, I feel like women have been taught, one, not to need a man, right? So they've been taught that from a bunch of hurt women in the previous generation. They got hurt. And so I just don't understand how you tell a woman you don't need a man, but yet he can lay up in your house, have sex with you, do all these different things, but you can't depend on him. What kind of sense does that make, right? That's crazy. But that's what I see a lot of women being taught. And guess what? They're living it out. And so you consistently telling a man, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. Man don't want that, because I need you. Like, I need my wife. Like, prior to, like, I need her. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? We need each other.
Generation is really like weird with that, like showing that they need or showing that love. Like, what is that? Like that's supposed to be some type of badge of honor that I can show how much I don't care.
Right. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like,
I don't care either.
I'm living with you. We spend every night together, and I don't need you. Like, you my best friend. Like, I need you. I need your communication. I need your comfort. I need them back rubs. I need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not afraid to say that. And I don't understand how we've gotten to that point to where, like, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't need, like, no. You should.
Like it's crazy because like it's like if I show you that I do need you, or if I'm showing you that I really want you more, I feel like you pushing me away. I'm like, but that's not what I'm supposed to do. Do
People are
you not
scared,
want me?
but people don't know how to be loved because
Mm,
that's just not what you had. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
and they've been
It was
hurt,
hard for me.
dealing with past issues with other relationships
Yeah.
that they haven't really dealt with. Yeah.
We're a generation of a lot of trauma, man. A lot of trauma. I didn't know how to accept love because that wasn't something that, was really given to me freely. I feel
Mm,
like when people showed me love, they wanted something from me. So
mm,
a lot of times I would, like what you're saying, I would kind of back off or shy away because I'm like, whoa, like
mhm.
this feel good, but at the same time, like you plotting on me, like you,
Yeah, what you want?
like, what you finna do? You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't something that I dealt with. So it was
Yeah,
extremely hard. Like
yeah.
you have to learn in your 20s. And some people don't take that time to do that, is to learn yourself, learn what makes you tick. Otherwise, you're going to carry that same trauma onto
Mm,
another person, other relation. I mean, Charlemagne say hurt people, right?
Lord,
And it might not be intentional, but it happens.
because you don't know, you haven't dealt with that trauma. Like it's a trigger there. It could
Yeah.
be something simple, and it's a trigger that like just completely ruins a whole relationship. When like people really just need to communicate, like not through text, like actually pick up the phone or go face to face and actually have a conversation and try to clear up things that may not even be that serious.
DJP Nominal, I think it's the fear of loving the other person more than they love
Mm,
you. You know what, man? I
you gotta take
and I speak this to all women, especially at least in the beginning. Your man should love you more than you love him. Period.
absolutely. Yep.
And if he don't, it's a problem. It's a problem. Like he should love you more than you love him,
Mm.
and you'll see the difference. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know some people say like, especially with women, you can learn to love him because a man that loves you, he's gonna bend over backwards for you. It's that simple, like for real. I
Yep.
would definitely tell if I had a daughter, I would definitely tell her that.
I agree. I definitely agree.
It's trauma, man. It's real.
It is. You got to deal
We
with
go,
it individually and collectively when you're dealing with somebody in
yes,
a relationship. Hmm.
self growth though. You got to take that time out to learn yourself, and that's what
Yeah.
like. And I don't understand like after relationships, right? Like why people don't take the time to figure out what could they have done better in a relationship, right? I knew that's the thing that I always did. Like I didn't care that what they did. It was like, what can I do to make this relationship better? What could I have done? And what can I take from this relationship to the next relationship I go
Because
into?
people don't normally hold themselves accountable. They don't think they've done anything wrong. They think they've been perfect in all relationships and it's everybody else's fault. I'm like, the common denominator is you.
Right. You always play some kind of part to it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, unless the person just switched up, went crazy on, which happens every now and then, right? But like most of the time, it's been a seed that was planted and it just continued to grow. Maybe you weren't aware of it, either one of you guys, and then it just blossomed to now it's a whole big situation
Yeah.
that's horrible, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yep. But that's our time. What I just wanted to tell you that I really love you on this show. It's awesome. You're amazing. I'm so happy.
appreciate it, man. I enjoy it. I love it.
What you got
My
going
man
on?
said, "Poly life build the perfect woman."
Don't entertain Tico. Do not
Okay.
entertain Tico because we don't have time today for him. Tico is crazy. I can't. What you got
My
going on?
man. Oh man, I'm trying to get caught up because the snow has been playing
Oh, yeah.
playing with my money. I've been kind of stuck, so I ain't really got too much going on right now. I can't do no speaking engagements or anything like that, man. So but the YouTube channel, Gentlemen's Council, I'll keep putting out content. I usually do it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that's always going to be there consistent. I'm actually going to start doing some Zoom meetings and on some of these topics, but I want to take it one at a time to really kind of dissect some of this. So I'll definitely be giving you a call so you can kind of be a part of that as well. But other than that, man, that's what I got going right now.
Okay. All I got is going to Super Bowl weekend in Tampa this
Must be
weekend.
nice.
Go turn up a little bit before I start my new job next week.
Okay.
Of course, my personal training stuff, waist trainers. Money Train has his birthday bash performance Friday in Gaffney, South Carolina at Apex Lounge. If you guys are in the
Okay.
area, come out and support. And that's about it. Just staying busy and out the way.
Okay. You see your boy Tico, man. You hey man, I like you, Tico.
I take all right, we'll see y'all next week. Justin will be back. We missed him. Hope you watching, Justin. We missed you. Hope you're not working too hard. We'll see
All
y'all
right,
later.
Justin. Peace.